What's up, y'all? Happy Wednesday. For those who don't know me, my name is Marcia. I can't talk. That's what I am. I am a extreme hip hop step instructor, and I'm also a public speaker. So today I am coming on here to share with God's people, his chosen vessels, what God told me to tell you out of obedience. All right, let's get into this word. All right, y'all, before we get into the word, please excuse the beeping from the fire alarms. I promise to have that fixed by the next video or to record the video in a different location. But let's get into this word. God told me to tell his people that he has you in the wilderness. I'll repeat it. God says he has you in the wilderness. Now, there are two reasons why God will place his people, his chosen people, into the wilderness. And the first example that he gave me was from the children of Israel, which you can find in Exodus chapter 16, 17, all of Exodus, all of that, okay? Anyways, when God placed the children of Israel into the wilderness, he took them from their labor. They were slaves in Pharaoh's house in Egypt, so he took them from that and provided everything that they needed. He provided water, he provided food, he provided shelter, he defeated their enemies, he gave them direction. All the things that they needed, God gave them. And the best part about it was they didn't even ask. They didn't even ask. When they were in the wilderness, all they did was complain. Like, we ain't got no water, we thirsty. Why you just didn't leave us in slavery when we could have had water? Why you bring us here for us to die? God heard their complaints and he provided. They didn't ask. He just provided. He wanted them to know, like, listen, I got you. I got you. You need food? I got you. You need water? I got you. Oh, you need shelter? I got you. You don't know where to go? Follow these stars. There's an enemy ahead? Don't worry. I got you. Like, he was establishing himself. He was establishing himself. And the reason why he did that was to build their faith. So that's the first reason. The first reason that God will place you in the wilderness is just so you can see who he is and trust him. I got something else for you that backs that up. First of all, let me just say that the children of Israel were never intended to be in the wilderness for 40 years. Like, that was not the plan, okay? The initial plan was to deliver them, show them who God was, and then take them into the promise. In fact, the first time that God tried to take them into the promise, he told Moses, he said, hey, send 12 men, one from each tribe, over to the land that I promised you. Go over there, go scout the land, see what's over there, see if it is what it is, like I told you, and then come back and report. And when they came back to report, 10 out of the 2 men was like, listen, they got some giants over there. We ain't gonna be able to defeat them. Like, how are we supposed to do this? Like, they bigger than us. We're like ants compared to them. Hey, it's in your word. Go read it in Numbers chapter 14. He was like, we can't do this. And that made God angry. He like, you mean to tell me, after all I did for y'all, you still don't believe I can do it? You still don't believe I can defeat the giants? You still don't believe that I will provide for you? Okay, don't worry about it. Stay here for 40 years. Since you can't get it right, you're not observing the season that you're in, observing that I've been doing it for you. Oh, you still ain't got no faith? Okay, just stay here. Stay here. 40 more years. Listen, observe the season. God is trying to show you who he is. Okay, I'm gonna come back to that. But the second reason why God will place you into the wilderness, we see that with Jesus. Matthew chapter 4. Before Jesus began his ministry, he was sent into the wilderness for 40 days where he was tried by the enemy. That was to say, hey, are you gonna stand on God's word or are you gonna listen to the enemy? Which one are you gonna do? And Jesus chose to stand on God's word. And so for a lot of us, I'm gonna say us because this is me. This is where I am right now, right? It doesn't look the same as it did for Jesus, right? The enemy, for me, I can only speak for myself, is when God tells me to say things, feeling like I'm not worthy of them, or feeling like what I heard God say really ain't what God said, or just fear in general. You know what I'm saying? Like imposter syndrome. Like I'm not worthy. Like I'm not her. Like he didn't call me, right? And my way of fighting back is God's word. It's his word. It's the confirmations that he gave. It's the many, and I do mean many, prophecies that I received. Like, no, I established you. It's the evidence. It's the evidence. God has chosen me since I was a little girl. It's the evidence. It's like, so now, since I've already been through the first wilderness where God established himself and he showed me like, hey, girl, I got you, friend. Now I'm going through a season where God is like, okay, let's see if you really can stand on what I told you. And for a lot of you guys, it's the same way. God is trying to see if you're going to stand on what he told you, stand on what he showed you, stand on what was ministered to you. And what comes after the wilderness season? This wasn't even in my notes, but I feel like I have to share this. What comes after the wilderness season? For the children of Israel, after they left the wilderness after 40 years, which was crazy, promise was on the other side. Promise was on the other side. A little secret, little tidbit. In the wilderness, they got just enough. In the promise, they got more than enough. I'll make that make sense in another day. But in the wilderness, hear me, they got just enough. But in the promise, God gave them more than enough. That means they had overflow. That means they were prosperous. Okay, think about that. But then on the other side of wilderness, besides promise, is purpose. On the other side is assignment. And so if you're in wilderness 1 or wilderness 2, I encourage you to observe the season, because either you're headed to promise or you're headed to fulfilling that assignment. All right, y'all. If this ministered to you, type yes in the comment and share it with somebody that needs to hear it. I love y'all. Have a great day.